On today's show, Takata's airbag recall eats into Honda's profits, how Hyundai plans to boost its market share in the US, and Varrock Lighting shows that cool technology doesn't have to be expensive. All that and more coming right up on Autoline Daily. This is Autoline Daily for January 29th of 2016. Honda reported its most recent quarterly earnings, and they revealed just how much the Takata airbag recalls are eating into its profits. The automaker sold 1.2 million cars last quarter, which is a gain of 4.6%. That helped push its total revenue to nearly $30 billion, which is more than a 3% increase. But that was the good news. The bad news is, its operating profit dropped by 22%, and its net income fell close to 20%. And that's primarily due to recalling 20 million vehicles equipped with Takata's defective airbags. Daihatsu leads Japan's mini car segment, and Toyota just announced it will spend about $3.2 billion in stock to make the company a wholly owned subsidiary. Toyota president Akio Toyoda said the brand will never disappear, but, quote, "It will be like Mini for BMW. That's the sort of goal we should aim for." The move will also be a means of speeding up Daihatsu's decision-making process. And Toyota may be looking for more consolidation within Japan's auto industry. The country's Nikkei newspaper reported that Toyota is studying a potential partnership with Suzuki. And race fans rejoice. Our winter wait is almost over. The Rolex 24 Hours at Daytona runs this weekend, and the start should be a doozy. Thanks to heavy rains, qualifying was all messed up. The weather was so bad, a lot of cars did not even go out to set a time. The Rolex 24 marks the debut of the Ford GT and the new Delta Wing race cars. We'll be watching the live stream of the race, and we'll have the results to report on Monday. Hyundai needs more crossovers to sell in the US. Learn what it plans to do right after this.
Autoline Daily is brought to you by Bridgestone Tires, your journey, our passion, and by Dow Automotive Systems, breakthrough technologies for lightweight vehicles.
Hyundai has been hampered in the American market by not having enough crossovers to sell. So in 2016, it will boost CUV production by 100,000 units. Dave Zukowski, the CEO of Hyundai Motor America, says the company is spending $110 million to add a third line to its assembly plant in Alabama. That line will build 50,000 Santa Fe Sport models, which is also built at Kia's assembly plant in Georgia. HMA will also get 50,000 more Tucson CUVs from Hyundai in Korea. As consumers flock to the CUV segment, Hyundai has lost market share because its lineup is heavily weighted towards passenger cars. This extra CUV production will help bring its lineup more in line with the market. Recently, we reported how Varrock Lighting was working toward laser headlights with Audi Matrix technology. But many pointed out that headlights like these would be super expensive to replace if they ever broke. And they're right too. But Varrock is also working with automakers to drive down costs that have benefits for the consumer as well. For example, check out this taillight with this cool cascading effect, which is achieved with mirrors that have a semi-transparent metallized back so some light passes through. But it uses more expensive LEDs. Say, what if an entry-level automaker wanted the same effect? Well, Varrock took that to heart and created this taillight, which has a very similar look, but is achieved with a single halogen bulb. So it goes to show that not all cool tech has to be expensive. And coming up next, why battles between PR and marketing departments are a thing of the past.
For the people at Dow, racing is a sport and a science. We enjoy one and learn from the other. But like most competitive people, we like winning at both. This is the human element at work. Dow.
The PR and marketing departments are the voices for any large corporation. They work hand in hand to make sure employees speak with one voice. But that wasn't always the case in the auto industry. Chris Hosford, the head of corporate communications at Hyundai Motor America, told us on Autoline this week just how much things have changed since he started his career.
I remember starting out my first public relations agency, we hated the marketing agency. We hated them. And they hated us. I'll never forget walking into a meeting and sitting down at a table, and they sat on one side and we sat on the other, and the client sat at the end of the table, and within 5 minutes we were fighting with each other. Absolutely fighting. And it wasn't about the client's business. It was about who's smarter, who's better, because the belief was that the pie was so big, and the more one side got, the less the other side got. And it's totally changed. Our agency of record, Ketchum, meets with our marketing agency in Ocean every week. They're probably on the phone every day. We meet with our marketing counterparts every day. Our quite intentionally, when our new office layout was set up, our public relations agency was put right next to the marketing agency. And there are days when you can't tell where one stops and the other starts. It's the only way to do business now.
Also joining us for that show are the heads of communications at General Motors and Jaguar Land Rover North America. So to learn more about how automakers get their message out, you can watch that entire discussion right now on our website, Autoline.tv. But that wraps up today's show. Thank you for watching. Have a great weekend.
Wards is the industry leader for news, data, and analysis. That's why companies across the globe subscribe to our premium service, maybe even your own. Log in for subscriber access now. Check your company's intranet for details and rely on wardsauto.com to keep you informed.